Morning, everybody. Welcome to Malibu. This is Sean right here. Thank you for joining us all the way up from San Diego. Thank you for braving the traffic. And your Mercedes C63, last generation. Tell me about this car.
This car is tuned by Eurocharge, has the version 5 tune, which has exaggerated throttle blips, and puts the car to about...
Exaggerated throttle blips? That sounds good.
So
sounds like something I'd want.
Makes it shift a lot louder. When you downshift, it shoots a little bit more gas into the engine, causing it to do the overruns.
The fun tune.
Yep, definitely the fun tune. Secondary cat delete, resonator delete, partial muffler bypass with... On the key, I can control.
Oh, you've got the loud button on the fob.
Yep,
Excellent.
Got the loud button, and then European air boxes with Canon filters, which nets another 15. So roughly 540 to 550 at the crank.
Wow. Okay, this is one of the end of the line ones, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the later cars.
This was a 09.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So this
was actually earlier car, wasn't it?
But this was a Mercedes' demo car in Michigan, so it came with the 2-piece rotors, limited slip differential, and the track suspension factory.
So was it a press car, you think?
Yeah, because it was 4,000 before the first car about it.
Brave man, you. All right, let's see what this thing's about. We're in manual mode, traction and sport. Oh, that sounds lovely. It's so funny when if I asked like a Mustang guy how he modified his car, it's like exactly the same as how you modified this car. It's like C63 people and muscle car people, they do all the same stuff.
This is
long tube headers, cat delete,
German muscle car.
Oh wow, look at that. That's a blip. Exaggerated even. Have you done anything with the suspension?
Well, it has the factory track suspension.
Okay.
So it's about 1.5 inches lower than stock. A lot stiffer.
Well, when you arrived this morning, I could tell you were coming from about a half a mile away. In the car, though, I mean, although I'm hearing plenty of exhaust, you're not really getting the way this sound carries.
Yeah.
It carries like it's at that frequency where it carries for a nice distance, and you can hear this thing from far away.
Yeah, it sounds a lot quieter on the inside.
Yeah, so, Mercedes refinement.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear it from a mile away, but inside, if you let off the gas, it's dead silent.
Is this in loud mode or quiet mode?
This is loud mode right now.
Can you hit the button and go to quiet real quick? Let's see what quiet sounds like. Oh, there's quiet, right?
Yeah, so this is quiet mode right now.
Oh, quiet's still got a nice throaty to it. Yeah. So loud is really, hey, look at me mode.
Yeah,
and
loud is like the Lamborghini obnoxious mode.
Yeah. Well, these cars they're getting somewhat affordable at the used market, aren't they?
Yeah, they've dropped down quite a bit.
I think that's partially because the new one is so good. The new one is great. But this 6.2 V8 is a lovely thing, and the reprogramming of this transmission is good. Do you use manual mode a lot?
Almost always.
Yeah.
It responds much faster than stock did. It just makes the car much more track ready because it responds right when you hit it.
Yeah, I mean there's a slight delay from paddle to shift. You know, but actually, once it begins the shift, it's good. Make noise. Oh, and it's fast, too. These things are quick, man. They go good. And I love these seats. They're really got this deep bolstering. And you're a big guy like me. You comfortable in this? You're good in this seat?
Oh, yeah.
It's got such deep bolstering, like, it's comfortable, but I'm not going anywhere. Like, I can just steer with my fingertips. I don't need to hold on.
Yeah, and then with brand new Michelins, I've done 3.6 0 to 60.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow. This thing is fun. This is a fun car. I give you full points for a very fun car.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so loud. Has it been reliable for you? Have you had any issues with it?
Only thing I had in the beginning was a gasket leak for the intake. But aside from that, it's been, knock on wood, beautiful.
Was there a Mercedes tax to fix that one, or was it reasonable?
It was just the gasket just had a small leak, so they just had to replace the.
That's it.
The gasket. So
easy.
$300-400.
Okay, that's not so bad for German car ownership. I've heard that these engines are quite stout, and they, unless you start feeding them like full of boost, they really handle themselves lovely. Okay, plenty of room here. Oh, this is a good car, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and for an express car, in surprisingly good shape.
Yeah, yeah, it was babied. I got it with 28,000 miles on it, so.
This is a nice car, man. These things they are such a good value. You get so much car. How horrible is your fuel economy? Is it really horrible?
On the way here, I got like 12 miles per
That's
gallon.
pretty bad, yeah.
If I drive like a grandma, I'll get like 18 if I'm lucky.
Okay.
But most of the time it's between.
So pretty terrible.
12.
Between medium terrible and absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make my top 5 worst fuel economies ever, but it would make the top 10 probably.
Yeah. That's for sure.
I know the number 1 and 2. No, 1 is the new CTSV. 2 was the Viper. 3 was the old CTSV. Those are the 3 worst fuel economies I've ever gotten. This car is fun, and it turns in nice and sharp.
Yeah.
I don't remember that about the last one I drove, how good the turn-in was.
It's because this one has the lower suspension. They got rid of it because it was too bumpy.
That's
so they got rid
why.
of it.
Is the suspension adjustable at all, or is this what you get?
This is what you get. So it's always bumpy.
But they've simplified it. Simplify. It's like Colin Chapman said: simplify, then add bumpiness. Why can't I say simplify? There we go. It took me 4 tries to say the word simplify.
It's a hard word.
And you got your back seats down so you can bump beats from that big sub in the trunk, huh?
And the back seats block out about 40% of the volume of
the exhaust.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just roll around with the seats lowered so you can enjoy it?
Yep. Otherwise, the car blocks out so much.
That's the problem with all the German stuff, especially. It's such a refined car that you've got to make it so loud just so you can get through the refinement.
Yep.
Like those S-classes that sound like Zondas. That wasn't the intention. Someone was just like, I'd like to hear the exhaust a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you've got straight pipes, and it sounds like a Zonda. And they go, oh, that's good. Can we put a loud mode in?
Yep. That's what they need. Especially on the AMG models.
This is so nice. Oh, don't you turn there. He was trying to make that turn at a very low rate of speed.
He almost bought an AMG.
Oh man, they hear me coming in this bad boy. Wow. And with the new turbo motors, you get such like shove of the torque down low that it emphasizes that they don't quite have enough rear tire. This is linear enough that if you don't go too crazy with the throttle in mid corner, you can actually manage it with the probably less tire than it should have.
Yeah.
Mercedes in the AMG cars, they love to widen the fronts, but then they don't widen the rears.
Yeah.
And so you end up with a flared front and a narrow rear, and that's why most AMGs don't have enough tire on them. Whereas the BMWs, they widen the rear as well, so the M4 and M3 get enough tire. But I would say that in the used market, these things are cars to look out for.
Definitely.
They're well built, they're solid. They've got a 6.2 V8. Is it the 6.2 or 6.3?
6.2.
It's a 6.2, but it says 6.3 on the gauge, and it's called a 63. They're messing with us, Sean.
They're lying.
They're all lying. Everyone's lying.
But who's going to count that tiny little bit?
Nobody. Except the people on the internet. People on the internet will. No one really cares.
No.
But thank you, Sean.
Thank
you.
you.
This is an awesome car. These are strong buys on the used market. A relatively understressed, naturally aspirated V8 with a really strong automatic gearbox. Who did the gearbox? Eurocode?
Eurocharge.
Eurocharge. Sorry, so many Euro tuner shops.
Yeah.
The transmission reprogram is good, and yeah, you wanted loud, and it's now loud. Good for you.
Definitely.
check out how loud this thing can get, even on his Wheelwell account. Check out my Wheelwell account. You want to poke through my garage? It's all up there. And thank you for watching. Thank you for coming out. And I'll see y'all fools later.